The identity of Donald Trump's running partner will soon be known. The presumed Republican nominee has declared that he will select his running mate for vice president at the Republican convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the following month. The candidates have been vying to be America's potential next veep, from the campaign trail to his hush money trial in New York. We have sent screening paperwork to several possible candidates, including questions about their financial history. Here are some names that are allegedly being considered. J.D. Vance. The 39-year-old Ohio junior Senator J.D. Vance has been rallying Trump supporters on multiple occasions in recent months. The former venture entrepreneur who attended Yale penned the best-selling memoir Hillbilly Elegy, which traced his Rust Belt, Midwest blue-collar origins. Having previously declared himself to be a never-Trumper, Mr. Vance changed his identity when he sought the Senate in 2022 with Trump's vital support. While in government, he has supported numerous causes that excite Trump's supporters. Although Mr. Vance has not ruled out running for vice president, he feels that the Senate would be a better place for him to serve in a future Trump administration. He recently declared, "I want to help him however I can." According to reports, the campaign has advanced him to the next round of screening. Tim Scott. One of the opponents Trump beat in the party's primary was Senator Tim Scott, possibly the most well-known black Republican in the nation. In an attempt to win over the powerful evangelical Christian vote in early voting states, Mr. Scott, 58, offered his brand of upbeat conservatism. Nevertheless, his campaign never took off. He left and swiftly backed Trump following 3 poor debate performances and difficulty raising money. His stirring speech at a Trump campaign event prior to the New Hampshire primary helped him become a leading candidate for vice president. "We need Donald Trump," he declared prior to taking the stage for his fellow Republicans' triumphal address. Trump heard him say, "I just love you." The previous president answered, grinning, "That's why you're a great politician." Ever since, Mr. Scott is much better at advocating for me than he was for himself, according to Trump, who has said this frequently. According to CBS, Mr. Scott is among individuals who allegedly received vetting materials from the Trump campaign. Doug Burgum. Doug Burgum, a 67-year-old former primary opponent of Trump, is currently serving his second term as governor of North Dakota. Although Mr. Burgum didn't have much of an impact on his presidential bid, he has rejoined the fray by endorsing Trump. He declared in 2023 that he would never do business with Trump because you're judged by the company you keep. He is a fiscal hawk and social conservative. Mr. Burgum's career started with a modest software startup that was eventually acquired by Microsoft. As a result of his years of successful business ventures, he now has a billion-dollar wealth. His political acumen and low-key manner are said to have impressed Trump, which is why former Vice President Mike Pence was chosen in 2016. Among the candidates who allegedly got vetting paperwork is Mr. Burgum. Byron Donalds. 45-year-old Byron Donalds has contributed to black conservatism's increased visibility. Before entering municipal politics in Florida in 2012, Mr. Donalds, who was born in New York to a single mother, worked in banking, insurance, and finance. He represented the conservative wing of his party in Washington after serving 4 years in the Florida House of Representatives. He has been a member of the U.S. House since 2020. On June 15th, Mr. Donalds accompanied Trump to a Michigan campaign stop targeted at gaining support from African Americans. Mr. Donalds was openly endorsed by the former president as a possible running partner. "Byron Donalds is an incredible guy, and I noticed he happens to be on the list of potential vice presidents," Trump stated. "Would anyone like to see him as a vice president?" When questioned if he had discussed the job with Trump, he played coy in an appearance with Fox News. "Maybe, maybe not," Mr. Donalds remarked. "I'm going to keep that to myself." The lawmaker went on. "I think President Trump is going to make a great decision. Obviously, it's his decision alone. Still, he is undoubtedly up for the position." "I mean, who wouldn't?" the congressman responded when asked in November if he would take the position of vice president in a second term of President Trump. He is one of the people who got the screening documents. Elise Stefanik, Republican lawmaker Elise Stefanik, 39, is the highest-ranking female member of the U.S. House of Representatives from New York. The formerly centrist Republican who was hesitant to support Trump has shifted to the right in recent times and is now seen as one of Trump's most devoted supporters on Capitol Hill. He even defended the president during his first impeachment trial in 2020. She has also gained some notoriety in the media in recent months due to her viral criticism of two presidents of Ivy League universities and raising of the topic of anti-Semitism on U.S. college campuses. She declared that she would be honored to work in any capacity for the Trump administration. CBS reports that she has received vetting documents. Marco Rubio and Donald Trump did not get along during the 2016 Republican primaries. Trump referred to him as Little Marco in reference to his stature, and Mr. Rubio made a remark regarding Trump's diminutive hands. Since then, the Florida senator has maintained tight ties with his erstwhile opponent and has endorsed him early in the primary season. Born into a working-class Cuban immigrant family, Mr. Rubio was previously considered as a possible running mate for Mitt Romney, the Republican nominee in 2012. Being a very young and charismatic 52-year-old, he has the potential to assist Trump in capturing a greater portion of the Latino vote. According to CBS, he is also on the short list of people undergoing vetting. Tulsi Gabbard. She was the first Hindu representative in the U.S. Congress and a Democrat. Perhaps the greatest dark horse on Trump's shortlist right now is Tulsi Gabbard. 10 years ago, the Iraq War veteran and U.S. Army reservist held the position of vice chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee. She resigned from the position in order to support Bernie Sanders' candidacy for president in 2016. Throughout her tenure in Congress, which spanned from 2013 to 21, she was a vocal opponent of U.S. military interventionism and the Obama administration. Her most noteworthy incident during her 2020 Democratic presidential primary campaign was her harsh criticism of Kamala Harris, the vice president at the moment, due to her previous experience as a California prosecutor. The 42-year-old Gabbard subsequently increased the amount of money she contributed to Fox News and declared in 2022 that she was quitting the Democratic Party. In February, The Washington Post revealed that Trump had discussed foreign policy and Pentagon management with Ms. Gabbard, a strong opponent of aid to Ukraine. Kristi Noem one time. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem won a straw poll conducted by Trump supporters to determine who should be his vice president. With her appearances on Fox News, Ms. Noem, 52, gained national attention, particularly for disobeying mask laws and other regulations during the pandemic. Up until the publication of her memoir, in which she related the tale of shooting her 14-month-old puppy because it wasn't a suitable hunting companion, her fame was still rising. She described cricket as dangerous and untrainable. A goat she considered to be mean and nasty was also shot by her. Her possibilities of becoming vice president have significantly increased since the story received nearly universal condemnation.